Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, cases climbing. Doctors seeing more patients with hand, foot, and mouth disease. Motorcycle mishaps ensuring rookie riders are road ready as crashes pile up. And finding their rhythm, how different walk-up songs help hype up the playoff-bound Riverhawks.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
A cyclist is in hospital tonight, and Edmonton police are looking for witnesses after they say a driver intentionally ran into him. Police also say a passenger in the car took a video and posted it to social media. Laughter can be heard in the video as the cyclist is hit. The collision happened around 3:30 Monday morning near 42nd Street and 113th Avenue in the Beverly Heights neighborhood. The cyclist was taken to hospital where he remains in stable condition. Police believe a dark-colored SUV seen driving erratically in the area hit him, and they want witnesses or anyone with dash cam or home security footage taken between 2 and 3:30 a.m. on Monday to contact police. Police have tracked down a car they believe was involved in a deadly hit and run last year. Police say someone was driving this blue 2017 Mazda 3 when they hit and killed a 13-year-old cyclist in southeast Edmonton. It happened in May of last year near 48th Street and 34th Avenue. Police say thanks to tips from the public, the damaged Mazda was found at a repair shop in Edmonton. Police are still looking for the driver. The organizer of a motorcycle memorial group says more needs to be done to ensure new riders are ready to hit the road. He puts up so-called ghost bikes at crash sites where riders have died. As CTV's Nara Manisa reports, his latest was set up just a few days ago.
In loving memory, Josh Verbeck.
A ghost bike has been set up at this busy North Edmonton intersection. Corey Bacon installs them at the sites of fatal motorcycle crashes. He runs a memorial page for victims.
We didn't think it would become as big as it has. We just started it as a small page just to help memorialize people.
The bike is in honor of a 25-year-old man killed in a crash at the end of July.
I don't know, it's hard to describe what you feel when you see that another rider's passed away. You just hope it wasn't someone who was very young that had a long life to live yet.
There have been 7 deadly motorcycle crashes this year in Edmonton, already matching last year's total.
You wonder what mistakes were made, obviously, to try and educate other people so that they won't make the same mistake that happened.
Bacon, who has been riding for 37 years, says more needs to be done to get riders ready for the road.
When you get your license, it's just the very basics of how to operate a motorcycle. There's so much more that goes into riding than just getting your license.
He believes there should be a mandatory mentorship program, a sentiment shared by Leroy Victor, who started a business doing just that.
And I actually had an accident and a few close calls when I was still learning. And it made me realize that you don't know what you don't know.
He helps riders who have their Class 6 license feel more confident when behind the handlebars.
The inception of Moto Instincts was to bridge the gap between learning how to actually ride and being a competent rider with all the hard knock style learning in the middle that can happen.
As for the ghost bikes, Bacon hopes another one isn't needed anytime soon.
This one will stay here until it's needed at another site, I guess. That would be hopefully no more crashes.
A reminder for all on the road to watch out for one another. Nara Manisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
New collision reporting centers are opening outside of Edmonton. A center is planned for Sherwood Park on Bison Way beside the Strathcona County RCMP building. It's expected to open next spring. An additional collision center will open in Airdrie, north of Calgary. It's scheduled to open in September. A spokesperson says the centers will help take some pressure off police in those cities.
It alleviates work and admin for all the police entities, right? So, I mean, if you have 5 to 10 or 15 officers that are doing and taking these collision reports right now, wouldn't you rather see those officers have availability out on the streets, you know, doing investigations for major crimes?
2 collision centers have been operating in North and South Edmonton for 3 years in partnership with the Edmonton Police Service. Doctors in Edmonton are warning us about an uptick in hand, foot, and mouth disease. The common viral infection causes a rash of blisters on different parts of the body. With the school year fast approaching, CTV's Nav Sangha has some tips for parents and kids to stay safe.
There are outbreaks in a lot of places right now, unfortunately.
ER Dr. Shazma Mathani has noticed a spike in hand, foot, and mouth disease cases recently.
I've seen, at least 1 or 2 per shift, and then my colleagues are seeing it as well.
She says cases commonly flare up in late summer and early fall.
And as the school year starts, we can see more transmission of cases as kids go back to school, and then it tends to kind of peter off after that.
Hand, foot, and mouth disease is a common viral infection, causing painful red blisters in the throat, mouth, hands, and feet.
Other things that you can see in addition to the rash are things like a fever. Sometimes you can get a bit of a runny nose, and then diarrhea can be common with hand, foot, mouth disease as well.
Toddlers and young children are most at risk.
It was my daughter, and she was probably about 11 months old when she got it. And it was under her feet, behind her knees, on her hands, inside her mouth. It was not a fun experience.
But it can also spread to adults because it is highly contagious.
Our daughter has had hand, foot, and mouth before, and then I ended up catching it from her as well. And it's actually worse in adults than in children.
Most children will recover within 7 to 10 days. Dr. Mathani says parents should focus on managing symptoms.
Making sure pain is controlled with medications like acetaminophen or ibuprofen, making sure that fever is controlled with that as well, and then keeping up with fluids with your child.
And ensure they don't spread the disease.
And it's the best way to prevent spread. A, keep your kid at home if they're sick or unwell, and then B, lots and lots of hand hygiene and hand washing as well.
Both the Edmonton Public and Catholic School Divisions say families should keep their children home if they show any signs of illness. In the event of an outbreak, they follow AHS guidelines to limit the spread. Nav Sangha, CTV News, Edmonton.
Advanced polls are now open in the federal riding of Battle River Crowfoot. Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre is looking to win the riding and regain a seat in the House of Commons. The seat was vacated by Conservative Damien Carrick after Poilievre lost his Ottawa area riding this spring. He's up against 213 other candidates vying for the rural Alberta seat. Many voters we spoke with say they're frustrated by the amount of people running. Others have criticized Poilievre for parachuting into the riding. Elections Canada has decided to use an adapted ballot. Voters will write the name of the candidate they want to see elected. Election Day is Monday, August 18th. Cariwest Festival is just getting started downtown for a weekend celebration of Caribbean culture. For the next 3 days, the Caribbean Art Festival will take over Churchill Square. Organizers say it's Western Canada's largest Caribbean festival. Events include a costume extravaganza competition and the Cariwest Parade. The festival president says excitement is in the air ahead of tomorrow's parade.
I think it's the energy that it brings. It's vibrant and very colorful, displays a lot of energy and excitement. And, the closer we get to it, everybody just feels this, bubbling of joy.
The Caribbean celebration wraps up on Sunday. Up-and-coming musicians are getting a leg up from MacEwan University.
My physiotherapist calls me bro. My gaming watching Melee is one way you can watch me grow.
We do have a really amazing music program here, so we're kind of taking a lot of that material and condensing it into a really intensive 2-week incubator.
18 emerging artists are getting the opportunity to learn from MacEwan's best this summer. The program was created for people who might not be able to afford a formal education in music. Participants get a chance to network, write songs, and use a state-of-the-art recording studio. The program director says beyond the basics, it's teaching artists the business side of music so they can create sustainable careers in an often noisy market.
Part of the program, too, is helping people realize, how to monetize your art, how to find avenues to make it sustainable so that you can still put food on the table, which is a growing challenge. These days, artists have to be everything. They have to be performers, they have to be their own managers, they have to be their tour drivers, their accountants, they're doing it all.
I've learned some insight as to royalties and rights within the music. Grant writing goes, grant applications go, and meeting other artists within the community as well.
Each artist walks away with a fully produced demo of a new song. Well, Josh, I'm hoping Mother Nature will change her tune leading into the weekend. Some scattered showers out there today, but I'd love to see some sunshine.
You're humming Rain, Rain, Go Away? Is that
I might be singing in the rain soon enough.
No, we're in a bit of a break right now. We've had some scattered showers. A little steadier through this morning as expected. Kind of broke down a little bit through this afternoon, although there were a couple of neighborhoods that still saw some showers through this afternoon. 20 degrees right now in downtown Edmonton. We got to 21 for a daytime high. It has been a little breezy as well. Gusts have been up around 30, 35 kilometers per hour. Right now, it's about 15, gusting to around 30. 14 degrees this morning, 2 degrees above average, 2 degrees below average, though, for your daytime high. 23, the average daytime high. We get to 21. Looks like it should be warmer through the weekend, back into the mid-20s for daytime highs Saturday and Sunday. In an area of low pressure off to the east, southeast, and so everything's kind of spinning backwards. And so instead of, if you're looking at the radar, instead of watching the showers move from west to east, it's actually to the north-northwest that you want to look for the Edmonton area. And, well, you can see off to the north right now, we're in a bit of a gap here. So we'll actually see some breaks in the cloud, a little bit of sunshine poking through the clouds. Further northeast, you have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. These will all stay east of Edmonton. This stuff here will slide past the west edge. It's these scattered showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms. I don't think we'll have too much lightning by the time that tracks all the way far enough south to hit the Edmonton area. But there may still be a few isolated showers that go through sort of 9-ish. Once we get to about 10 o'clock tonight, though, skies should actually start to clear. We'll get that clearing through the overnight and temperatures dropping to about 14 tomorrow morning. Then partly cloudy and 24 tomorrow afternoon and about 25 or 26 on Sunday. Closer look at that weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, new at the zoo, how a pair of orphan cougar cubs from Alberta are settling into their new home.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
2 cougar cubs from Alberta have been given a second chance. Earlier this year, the pair was orphaned. Now they've been taken in by a zoo in Quebec. As CTV's Christine Long reports, it's a special opportunity for people in Eastern Canada.
In February of this year, in Alberta, a mother cougar was shot, leaving behind her babies, says Parc Safari CEO Serge Lucier.
Out in the wild, they will die. They can't survive. I have 2 options. The provincial law says animals from the wild that cannot survive can be placed in an accredited zoological institution, CASA, for instance, as we are, or euthanized. We don't want to euthanize them.
He called on the Calgary and Vancouver zoos to hold the cubs while Parc Safari revamped an enclosure for the siblings, who seem to be settling in, says Lucier.
Female, a little more shy. Her security is her brother. That will change in time, right? That will change in time.
He adds that cougars are not an endangered species, yet certainly more rare than they used to be.
There used to be cougars all over Eastern Canada. There's none in Ontario or Quebec. There's none east. There's none in Eastern United States anymore. They used to be all over, right? Only out west. But let's protect what's left.
Parc Safari has a naming contest for the 2 new residents to encourage families to get involved and learn more about these big, beautiful cats.
Let's be aware that our backyard, our beautiful Canada, needs to be protected.
Parc Safari is open 12 months a year for visits, but nap time on a hot day means these cubs are usually just chilling. Christine Long, CTV News.
Cloudy skies in our area didn't cool down the action at Shalom Park today as the 2025 Canadian Water Ski Championship heats up. Today's action included adaptive water skiing. Both athletes and coaches hope to continue growing the sport of adaptive skiing with events like today's national competition.
It's awesome that it accommodates a range of disabilities. Everyone kind of competes against the world record in their category, so it keeps it fair across the board. But also, it just celebrates the individual differences as well.
Just getting to be out and skiing and challenging myself, but then also for the community, especially in adaptive, it's a really great community. Even though, you know, we're all competing, but we all know that we're competing against the odds of a lot of other things.
Next up, Team Canada is taking 4 adaptive skiers to Worlds in Australia in November. And it was a big day for adaptive skier Blake LaMontagne. The man from Saskatchewan set a pending world record in the MP3 trick category, scoring 1,480 points. It surpasses his own record of 1,440 points set back in 2023. Still to come tonight on CTV News, Game On, a 3-day ball hockey tournament taking over Ice District.
We've got 52 teams here, over 600 kids between U7 and U15.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The 3rd annual Ice District 3-on-3 ball hockey tournament made its return to downtown Edmonton today. The 3-day event features teams of all ages and skill levels. The tournament gives Edmonton hockey fans a chance to return to Ice District in the middle of the NHL offseason.
We've got 52 teams here, over 600 kids between U7 and U15. It's a great event for kids to come downtown, have some fun, play some ball hockey, and our great venue. The weather's not great today, but we got a tent set up, and everyone's having a blast.
The tournament runs until Sunday afternoon. What do you think, Josh? Are they going to be able to take those tents down this weekend as that tournament continues?
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. There's only a slight risk late Sunday for a scattered shower or thunderstorm, but tomorrow should be nice and dry, lots of sunshine, and as we mentioned earlier, warming up.
Beautiful.
Again. There's what it looks like outside right now. Nice to see a little bit of blue sky breaking through. Temperatures hit 21 for a daytime high. We're at 20 degrees right now. River Valley Sky Cams brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right, or it's free. Temperatures around the province right now, a little bit warmer off to the northwest. Look at high levels at 29 degrees. 25, 26 in Grand Prairie, Peace River. We'll be in that range here in Edmonton this weekend. 20s, 21s across the northeast. Red Deer a little cooler, sitting at 16 degrees. Temperatures are around 20 in the northeast, but the air quality is brutal. You are looking at a high to very high risk as far as the air quality health index is concerned. We saw the air quality health index jump into the moderate risk range in Edmonton. Didn't seem all that bad if you were outside through the day today, but we had some 4s and 5s. It does look like after this smoke blew from Saskatchewan into northeastern Alberta, it does look like it's going to move back off to the east over the course of the weekend. So there's tomorrow morning. It doesn't look like it's going to be all that bad in Edmonton, but still really smoky in east central and northeastern Alberta. Gradually improves in eastern Alberta through the course of the day tomorrow, and then by Sunday morning, that's all back off into Saskatchewan, and the smoke clears out of the province. As far as the showers and thunderstorms, well, they've cleared out of the Edmonton area for now. Here's the break that we're in. We'll see what happens with these hit and miss showers up around Athabasca. As we said, maybe around 9 p.m. you might see a scattered shower. This stuff should stay off to the west and southwest of the city, and these hit and miss showers and thunderstorms will remain in eastern Alberta. It's all wrapping around this area of low pressure, and so things are going to move from north to south across the Edmonton area and the rest of central Alberta overnight tonight. There's your clearing by tomorrow morning, and it looks like we'll see mainly sunny to partly cloudy skies tomorrow afternoon, at least here in Edmonton. Eastern Alberta, once again, tomorrow afternoon, you run the risk of seeing some scattered thunderstorms. Sunday, a little more cloud cover than tomorrow here in the Edmonton region. We'll be under a mix of sun and cloud. Most of the showers and scattered thunderstorms will stay north of Edmonton, Peace Country, Slave Lake, up around Fort McMurray. But there is a slight chance, I think around supper time or into the early evening hours, for a hit and miss shower or thunderstorm in the city. I wouldn't go canceling plans just yet, but just a little early heads up. 12 to 14 degree range by tomorrow morning for most of central and northern Alberta. Cooler in Jasper at 9 degrees. Mid-20s across the northeast. Mid-20s in the northwest. It's actually cooler than it was today. 23 in Red Deer, Jasper, and Coronation. About 24 in Lloydminster. We'll slide to 14 degrees by tomorrow morning. Still a slight chance of a scattered shower mid this evening, and then some clearing through the overnight period and partly cloudy skies for the bulk of the day tomorrow. 25 and a mix of sun and cloud Sunday with that slight risk of a scattered shower or thunderstorm late in the day Sunday. Mid-20s sticking around for Monday, Tuesday of next week as well.
All right, Josh, thank you. An agricultural museum in southern Alberta is showing off its vintage Caterpillar equipment for the brand's 100th anniversary. The bright yellow machines are known for their traction over all sorts of surfaces. In the 1920s, Cat produced smaller equipment for farmers. Pioneer Acres is celebrating its annual show this weekend with live demonstrations of the vintage equipment.
Well, it's been a tradition here that we feature a brand every year. So because it's 100 years for Cat, pretty important to feature them and help them celebrate their centennial year.
Organizers are expecting up to 5,000 visitors over 3 days. When we return, swinging and singing, how music helps hype up the playoff-bound Riverhawks.
I'm really high energy, so I wanted something with a lot of pace.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The Edmonton Riverhawks are walking up the West Coast League standings. They clinched first in the North Division, and tonight is their first playoff game in Victoria. The players are finding their rhythm thanks in part to the music playing during the games. As CTV's Evan Kenny explains, the music is also a way to show off their personalities.
Some baseball players love showing off their swagger with their swings, their bling, and who sings. Players with the Edmonton Riverhawks have some superstitions of their own. Reese Devlin likes to feel the hype when he enters the game.
I'm really high energy, so I wanted something with a lot of pace.
When he's walking to the batter's box or pitching mound, the ball diamond blares "Chip" by the Real Mackenzies.
We pitch off adrenaline, and that's one of the ones where I hear that song, especially here in front of a couple thousand fans, my adrenaline starts to get going, and it helps me throw.
Spencer Mueller also likes the beat of the drums and strum of the guitar when he's playing. He's chosen "Spirit in the Sky" by Norman Greenbaum, a song that shows his religious background.
In front of all these people, it's cool to be able to illustrate myself on the mound and also be able to represent why I'm here and who I'm here for.
Both players love that in this team sport, it's a way they can show off their individuality.
So I live my life by.
It reflects how they play.
And if their play begins to slump, a new walkout song could change the tune of their season. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
And the Hawks head to Remax Field for Game 2 tomorrow night. And if they need a third game, that will also be played at home on Sunday. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.